Hi everyone, it's Taylor again from the Morrell Tell, and I'm here doing the Golden Vlog for May. It's kind of an exciting one because it is all travel based. However, I do apologize about being in pajamas and Reese-less again. I just about forgot that I needed to do this. So, yeah, it's a last minute vlog. But let's go ahead and get started on the questions. The first one is, what has been your favorite vacation? Um, there's actually been two favorite vacations for me. They've both been the same kind of vacation. The first one was a cruise to Mexico with my family in the spring of 2011. Um, it was really fun. It was my first cruise ever and my first time going down to Mexico as well, and we just had a blast. And I actually loved it so much that fall when I started dating my now husband, and then when we were engaged in the spring, I was able to convince him to let us go on another Mexican cruise for our honeymoon. And that was really fun too. Not only because it was a cruise, but because it was our honeymoon, and so it was just a really special time. And I think one of my favorite memories of that was that we got to go horseback riding. Um, are you a planner or a spur of the moment idea person? Well, I've mentioned on my blog numerous times that I am a type A personality. I'm anal retentive, and I am a list person, so yes, I am definitely a planner. I use the Passion Planner right now, and I love it, and I always have to have a planner or some sort of to-do list. Um, what's your favorite souvenir you've gotten on vacation? Well, I do collect spoons. My mom actually started me on that tradition when I was 10 or so, and I've been doing it ever since. I've been getting spoons everywhere that we go. Um, and so I guess you could say that's my favorite souvenir. It's easy to remember the places you've been with a spoon there to remind you. Um, where was your most recent vacation? Let me think. When did I last go on vacation? I haven't been on vacation since Reese was born. Justin, do you remember our last vacation? Well, I probably our last no Christmas. Christmas was vacation. Christmas is vacation. We went out of state for Christmas. That was our vacation. Um, so I guess that was since Reese was born. It was only 5 months ago. We spent Christmas with my family, only 40 minutes away. And then after Christmas, we went up to Justin's sister's family in Boise, Idaho, and celebrated one of our nephew's baptisms there and New Year's. And then we came back down here. And it was a lot of fun, 2 weeks of travel. And it was really nice to be able to see extended family on my side and Justin's side as well. Um, what's the farthest you've ever traveled for a vacation? Well, I probably going to Mexico for the cruises. In all honesty, I don't consider going to Wells a vacation because it was a study abroad. I had to pay college tuition for it, and I was learning and taking classes. So although I was a tourist, it wasn't necessarily a vacation for me, even though I enjoyed it and it was some of the best months of my life. Um, so I don't consider that travel or vacations. But going to Mexico, yes. And being a military brat, I've been on both sides of the coast, lived on both sides of the coast numerous times, and have visited national parks on both sides of the coast numerous times. So I can't really say one side of the U.S. or the other is far travel for me. So yeah, Mexico. Beach or mountains? If it's the summer, I would definitely prefer the beach, just because it's a lot of fun, and I don't get to go very often, especially in the past 7 years since I live in Utah, and there aren't any beaches here. But any other time during the year, it would definitely be mountains, especially if camping is involved. And I think the best time to go camping is like in August or September. Do you prefer small vacations, just you, your spouse, and children, or the more the merrier? Um, I typically don't like big, huge crowds, but I've never really been on a big, huge, more than immediate family vacation before. Um, Typically, it's just been my parents, me, and my siblings, or Justin and me visiting a portion of his family at a time. Um, but we will be having Justin's family is having a reunion in the end of July. They typically get together every now and then since all of his siblings are spread around the US. So it's going to be his parents, all of his siblings, and all of their families. So there's 2 dozen of us. And we're all going to be in a big, huge cabin on a lake. And so, but I don't think I'll mind that because I love his family and I love my siblings-in-law and my nieces and nephews. And it'll be really fun for Reese to be able to see some of them whom he hasn't seen yet. And I've never been to Bear Lake before, and I've never really had a vacation on a lake before, so I'm really super excited about that. And Justin's family is awesome, so yeah. Um, where did you go on your honeymoon, or where are you planning to go? Well, like I said, we went on a Mexican cruise. It was really fun. We got married here in Utah. Spent our first few nights here in Utah. Then drove down to where my family was living at the time in Apple Valley, which is in San Bernardino County. And they were able to drop us off at in LA where our cruise started off. Um, we went to Catalina Island and what was the other place we went to?
Ensenada.
Ensenada, Catalina Island and Ensenada. Catalina Island was really fun. We walked around the island mostly because we didn't buy any excursions, but it was really fun to be able to see the um, plant life and the scenery and eat in a cantina for the first time ever. That was really fun, especially since we both like Star Wars because we're geeks, and it reminded me of the Mos Eisley Cantina on Tatooine, which is kind of what it's based off of anyway. We ate a lot of food on the cruise, although Justin does regret not eating more since it was all free. Um, in Ensenada, we did go horseback riding along the um, mountainous cliff-ish trails along the beach. So it was kind of like beach on one side, desert on the other. We also went to a local beach, not one of the resort beaches, but an actual Ensenada Mexican public beach. And that was quite the adventure. Um, what's your favorite thing to do on vacation? I definitely think seeing places I've never seen before and just getting to enjoy the scenery and the nature and or the history around it. And name one thing you miss about being on vacation as a kid. I don't know, car rides seemed a lot funner. Um, I had a ton of books that I would always read. My parents would also always buy these learning summer packets, and of course, me being the nerd that I am today, I loved doing those summer learning workbooks. I also had a Game Boy, so that was hours of entertainment there too. And just being able to, sleep in hotels and go to the pools and eat out at restaurants, just the magic of it as a kid is what I miss. Um, But yeah, so that's all about vacations, and I'm really excited to be able to have a vacation with Reese this summer, and see Justin's family again. And yeah, so that's vacations, and that's the golden vlog for me.